here we are back for the second Wednesday of February, and
Week
it's
7.
the 7th week of 2013.
God.
How scary is that?
God damn it. Every week we're scared.
we,
Every week we're scared.
perpetually scared of time.
Yeah, we're perpetually scared of the next month.
There's so much to do and
Yeah,
so
it's-
little time.
Well, no, we're just craply organised. But we are changing.
We are.
Changing. Talking about change, check this out in the corner. Watch this. Woo! See that in the corner there? Wait. Da-da! That is the Raspberry Pi tower that we're working on, but we'll get back to that next week. You like that?
I do.
That was impressive.
That was impressive.
I'll turn that off now.
We're doing other stuff at the moment outside of the studio. One of the things that's been an ongoing thing for you was after the Mental Health Awareness Week, you got yourself onto a fitness program.
I did. While I was on the ground, they have various stalls around the event, and I went past one. It was for the YHA, and the YMCA, sorry, for Nottingham, and it's a 12-week program that the government sponsors, and it's to motivate people to get into regular exercise more than 30 minutes a day. And so there's an hour circuits where you sort of sprint round for a minute, then you do exercise for a minute, and you have a partner and whatever. Anyway, unbeknown to me, I did it. Well, I did it because it was free, and I did it because I felt like I needed it. And I went religiously every week. Sometimes I would miss it because I didn't have my kit or whatever, but I never really made excuses. I always went. And after my 7th time of going, the woman said to me, "Oh, I don't know if you know, but I can do your sign-off letter next week." And I was really confused and said, well, "What do you mean the sign-off letter? Like, I'm here for 12 weeks on it." And she said, "No, as long as you do 8 out of the 12 weeks, then you get this letter which enables you a free year membership at any of the 4 places around Nottingham." I was like, but I mean, it is quite limited in terms of when you can go. It has to be off peak and various times. But because we run the studio like we do, it's perfect. So
we've
really
been trying to find, because I've been swimming at some lunch times, and the Victoria Baths is so close.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect for me because I don't want to pay for a gym, really. You know, that's the bottom line, and awesome. So freebies, go for freebies occasionally.
Yeah.
You never know where it might lead.
But it's not just for unemployed, is it? It's
no, for anybody.
It's general. So it's
do a search around for it. It's something health fitness. Oh, I can't remember now. I've got it on my card.
YMCA Nottingham.
Yeah,
give them a call.
Yeah,
and I'm sure they'll
sort it out. It's a 12-week program anyway, so find out.
And we've been doing lots of Google Plussing at the moment.
Yeah, really digging Google Plus.
I mean, I was on the computer the other day that had not been signed into Google at all. No Twitter, no Facebook. This was a virgin machine. Even though it did have Windows 8 on it. Yeah, that was a new experience as well.
I bet.
But I realised just how closed Google can be if you don't have a Google account. And first of all, I thought, is that a good or bad thing? But actually, I think having a Google account and establishing your identity within Google is a really good way to start. If you don't want to sort of scattergun your identity across Twitter and Facebook and everywhere, focusing on Google for a while is a great thing, because it's got, you know, it's got Google Documents, so you can write Word documents. It's got, you know, Picasa is an equivalent of Flickr, so you've got that. You've got Gmail, you've got Calendar, you've got the Google Plus communities. You can do everything for your organisations and for your business within Google. And it's all quite secure in quite a wide-ranging way.
I've been using Google Mail for about 5 years, and I've never really had...
It's my main app for Google Mail.
I mean, it's a fantastic email client. I get so much less spam than I used to get. I used to go trawling through it every day, but... Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Google Plus profiles for events. We haven't really touched the surface yet.
I've been looking at events, also scheduling hangouts. Because it's all connected up with Google, it posts straight to your calendar if you've got a Google Calendar. Yeah. So you can start to put friendly notifications of events directly where people are going to be interacting day to day, not having to separate their focus.
We'll have to check that, by the way. We'll have to see what the Google Calendar embed looks like with an event in there, because if that's on your sidebar as a widget on your website, they should be able to click to enter it.
Yeah, well, as I say,
that'd be interesting to see.
I'm running a few at the moment. It just links nicely, I guess, into the open link.
I knew you were going to straight into that. I was like, oh, at the back of the room, I'm now selling mince pies.
Not quite. But, yeah, I was running the open link event to get people to socialise at the Lace House.
Yeah.
And I did want it to be quite unfocused and informal without it sort of falling apart at the seams. But around it, the hour before now, I'm going to hold a hangout where people who can't come to sessions can drop in and have a chat and get used to the technology. So the first series is going to be a little bit drop in, come in, talk about anything. Some really interesting people signed up to come. I'm really looking forward to seeing if they turn up. And then afterwards, your sort of little social hangout thing afterwards.
Is that on again? I don't know. I just
on a month, 1st of March. Anyway, we're experimenting with joining up online and offline events in a casual, informal kind of way.
I kind of miss that about the US. You don't seem to have that culture over here as much yet, which is really unfortunate, because you go somewhere like Boston and you hang around Cambridge long enough, you know, and go to one of the coffee houses, you know, a fair percentage of the people in there have their own startup. So you'll be at the bar and you'll overhear somebody talking about startups. That's what I want in Nottingham. I would like to see a culture of, you know, places where they do have startup and entrepreneurs hanging out, where they can cross-reference each other, because I think it's a you know, a powerful arena that if you want to bring VCs to the city, that's where they do it. So
we've still got TEDx ticking along in the background, although it was back in November. The app and all the videos are online and available. They're available on YouTube as well. And we've been seeing Marsha quite a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, Marsha from Secret Kitchen. She was what, 4th or 5th speaker, something like that.
Just before lunch.
Yeah, and she's, although she's closed it down for this year, it's because she's refocusing her efforts.
And I think because of doing TED, she's had some really good interest from different partners who have come to her and really enjoyed her talk, and she's finding avenues of partnership funding that she would never have dreamed of before TEDx, and I think it's really, you know, spurred her on to move forward. Which is
absolutely awesome, but now it's our turn. So if you have money for events, we would like to do some TEDx salons, and we'd like to bring an awesome speaker in. You know, we're not talking bundles of cash here. I think, you know, if you're getting excited about the Creative Quarter, you're not involved with it, you want to spend some money to create some traffic and an audience, you know, CJ is the best person to do that.
Well, the open link is about being as independent as we can, while still supporting, you know, the infrastructure that's emerging.
The independence is really crucial, actually.
Because, you know, there were creatives here before the Creative Quarter got its name.
Sure.
And then you're off on your travels.
Yes.
RVSX.
Yes. Hashtag RVSX at RV. No. Hashtag RVSX for hashtag Twitter account is RVSX1. Smart awesome. I've been following it.
So who's on board?
I have no idea. I know Melissa's on board, and there's a guy called Roger who's really quite, you know, I've seen his videos on YouTube. He's awesome.
So is this 6 unfortunates travelling down the length?
No, 7. 7 is in our bus, I think.
But is that 6 including you?
I have no idea.
So 6 unfortunates.
I have no idea. Nice. I have. We should have a drum set behind that.
Shouldn't we?
I don't know what it's going to be like. All I know is that the best thing about it is that they're all geeks, so they're all going to be eating pop chips and drinking.
I think from our end,
it's going to be awesome.
From those that aren't going off with them, it's a really good way to take a hashtag and follow it through a project, because it's going to have updates. I'm going to be following from the UK. There's a few people who I've spoken to who know Phil who have said they're going to be following along. And so there'll be a really great Twitter chatter, I think, going back to what it should be, which is chatter rather than updates and just too much noise.
I think you're also going to see some really interesting startup ideas, because there's a startup bus going from Chicago to Austin. And we're going to be mashing up our own ideas. Right, shout outs.
We went to Light Night.
You did.
Was in the city.
I just
wanted anyone who hasn't seen the Light Night stuff, just look up Nottingham Light Night and see what was going on. There's some great photos where, you know, the city became the star for a night. It's amazing what you can do with just a small amount of light and a really stunning structure. So yeah, we'll do our shout outs. First one is RVSX1.
Yeah, can't wait.
Next one is at Aaron_Cottrell.
He's coming in Friday this week to start a new show, and I'm the first guest.
Cool.
He's interviewing me, so that should be cool.
At Catherine Jones.
Oh, she's just awesome. Virtual Arts. Is it Virtual Arts 1 or Virtual
Arts TV?
Virtual Arts TV on
the
Twitter.
Final.
Yeah.
final shout out. I really enjoyed talking to Catherine. I think I'm going to be talking to her and Live Arts, Virtual Arts TV quite a lot more.
Awesome.
So that's it for the second Wednesday of February. Join us next week, and there's all the other shows, which are, Phil.
Twitterati, PCM Update, Crowdworking, Twitterati, and your
Web
mom.
Native.
Your mom. See you later, your mom.
Elmo loves creatives.